Hello there, people. My name is Sho, and welcome to an episode of Game Things. Nothing major for this week, so let's jump right into the flash news, starting with PlayStation, reminding their user base on the games that are coming this year in 2024. And among the reviews, we now know that Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater and Silent Hill 2 Remake should be releasing in 2024 if nothing goes wrong. Thank you, PlayStation. And while we always hope things for the best, there are some things that will still go wrong. And in this case, if you're one of the players who really enjoy Star Citizen, this is an interesting one. They now have their latest DLC called the Legatus 2953 selling for a casual $48,000 US, which have been showing an increasing trend since its first release of Legatus 2950 in year 2018, which sold for $27,000 US initially. Look, it doesn't matter if it includes everything that were in previous Legatus packs and all add-ons that were ever released. This is insane, and I'm too poor to comprehend how one would justify spending this amount of money on DLC alone. So, my advice to the average people out there, just don't do it. Speaking of don't, things that you don't care. Okay, let me rephrase that. Things that you don't mind having is ray trace reflections and shadows implementation in Diablo 4, which is scheduled to be released sometime in March this year. Probably the closest thing that you might actually care happened at CES 2024, and I'm surprised they didn't charge you for a single penny to unlock this feature. How disappointing, Blizzard. While it is going to be at least 2 months before the Nvidia update happens for Diablo 4, Call of the Lamb's upcoming DLC, named Sins of the Flesh, will be launching this month on Tuesday the 16th. Instead of hunting for new followers, how about just make them? Jesus, like your post. Another thing that I'm pretty sure Jesus, alongside other fans of Star Wars, will love is that Ubisoft's open world Star Wars Outlaws release window has been moved forward from late 2024 to a general 2024 release, confirmed by Ubisoft themselves with the statement made to Kotaku. The discussion on the release date here mainly surrounds the rectification from Ubisoft made to a Disney Parks blog, pointing out on a quote-unquote late 2024 release date was not accurate and has been since changed to just 2024. I guess you're gonna take any W's whenever you find one. And before we end the flash news section here, check out the Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail proper trailer. I haven't gone into Final Fantasy XIV myself, but I'm just going to stick with finishing Final Fantasy XV first. Also, if you, well, of course you did, what am I even saying? Enjoy the first season of Arcane, the animated series. Season 2 is coming in November 2024. Mark it down on your calendar. Last on the list, it seems like another game developer is closing down as well because of the closure of its publisher Versus Evil. The pressure of having poor sales from its newly released game and accusations on cyberbullying also contributed to this. It is the developer Jukai Studio who made their first and also their last game called Stray Souls. Coming to the game release of this week, there is Nothing. The game is called Nothing, released on January 11, 2024, available on Steam. If you want to play Nothing, try it. And if you want to do something, do it. As for the free games for this week, on the Epic Games Store, Sail Forth is a single-player atmospheric adventure game that pretty much does everything as the game title says. Travel across the ocean, explore, and discover new things. Sail Forth can be yours as long as you claim it by and or before the clock hits 12 AM on January 19. To the PlayStation Plus subscribers out there, A Plague Tale Requiem, Evil West, and Nobody Saves the World, all 3 games were made available to download since January 2nd for all 3 tiers of PS Plus subscribers. Finally, Prime Gaming is offering some notable indie games, namely Endling, Extinction is Forever, where you play as the sole motherfox on Earth, taking care of your cubs. and some smaller titles to add some variations into the mix, including a Pico, a sandbox management game, Atari Mania, and Yars Recharge. Check it out if you already have Prime Gaming subscribed. And with that, marks the end of this week's episode of Game Things. Consider giving this video a like, subscribe, and click on the bell to receive notifications whenever we have a new upload here on YouTube.